Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more Wealthy Monsters. It's been a while since done the last episode of this, but today we're going to hit our fourth individual. Now we have the world's billionaires. They do it by year and stuff. Forbes World Billionaires list, and then we also have the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. And this is the 10 richest billionaires as per Bloomberg Billionaires Index, February 24th, 2025, last update. We've already done Musk, Zuckerberg, and Bezos. The next, Larry Ellison. Even on the Forbes real-time billionaires list, he's number 4. And he's been making the most money out of our billionaires here recently. Winners and losers, so. Yeah, Larry Ellison. The next one we do after that will probably be Bernard Arnault. He would be our first non-US billionaire. But yeah. Most of this poison that is the billionaire is in the US. Unfortunately. Now, let's look at our individual for today, Larry Ellison. According to Bloomberg, he is worth $176 billion, and he's number 5 on this list. There's always a bit of difference here and there, because see, they got 4 Arnault, but on the different one, Arnault was 5. Yeah. Ellison is the founder and largest shareholder of Oracle, a database company that reported revenue of $53 billion in the year of May the 31st, in the year to May 31st, 2024. He owns more than 40% of the Austin, Texas-based company, as well as a stake in Tesla, a selling team, the Indian Wells tennis event, and real estate, including Hawaii's Lana'i Island. Let's look at his profile on Britannica. He was born August 17th, 1944 in New York City, New York, an American businessman and entrepreneur who was the co-founder and CEO from 1977 to 2014 of the software company Oracle. Now, his mother was Florence Spellman, a 19-year-old single parent. After she had a bout with pneumonia at the age of 9 months, she sent him to Chicago to live with his aunt and uncle, Lillian and Louis Ellison, who adopted the child. He attended the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign from 62, but dropped out in 64, shortly after his Aunt Lillian's death. He had been very close to his adoptive mother, but it is a much more difficult relationship he had with Louis, who often told him that he would never amount to anything. Larry then briefly attended the University of Chicago in 66. He went to California and spent the next several years as a computer programmer for various companies. In 73, he worked at Ampex, where he met Ed Oates and was supervised by Bob Miner. Ellison would leave Ampex in '76 and later joined Precision Instruments, which later became Omex, where he was Vice President of Research and Development. So it's a few more paragraphs. Let's see. In '77, he joined with Miner and Oates to form Software Development Labs, SDL, which created to do contract programming for other companies, and he wanted it to do more. Gaining inspiration from a research paper written by Edgar F. Codd, a computer scientist, that outlined a relational database model. Ellison and his colleagues saw commercial potential in the approach and organized large amounts of data in a way that would allow for efficient storage and quick retrieval. Ellison, Miner, and Oates set to work developing the marketing program based on Codd's data management theory. They received a contract from the CIA and began working on a commercial relational database program. In '79, the company, now called Relational Software Incorporated, released Oracle, the earliest commercial relational database program to use structured query language, SQL. And the versatile database program became popular. Known for the innovation and aggressive marketing, the company renamed to Oracle Systems Corporation and later just Oracle Corporation in '82 after its flagship product that grew rapidly through the '80s, going public in '86. In '87, it would become the largest database management company in the world. However, in '90, an internal audit conducted in the wake of the shareholders' lawsuit revealed that Oracle had overstated its earnings and the company's stock plunged dramatically. Ellison restructured the company's management, and by the end of '92, the company had returned to financial health. In the mid-'90s, he saw an opportunity to compete with Microsoft by developing a cheap alternative to the desktop PC he called the network computer. The NC was not as fully equipped as your standard PC and relied on computer servers for its data and software in an early version of what became known as cloud computing. However, both continued the continued fall in PC prices and the delays in the NC's development meant the PCs running the Microsoft Windows operating system continued to dominate business users' desktops. Ellison would admit that the NC was technologically premature. He would have more success in his early embrace of the internet. The company developed products that were compatible with the World Wide Web technologies, which helped the company to grow. In the early 2000s, Ellison started Oracle on an aggressive strategy of buying rival software companies. Dozens of acquisitions were made, including multi-billion-dollar purchases of PeopleSoft in 2005, Siebel in 2006, BEA in 2008, and Sun Microsystems 2010. He was one of Silicon Valley's most divisive figures, both being admired for his great success and deplored for his sometimes ruthless business methods and his conspicuous consumption. He was an avid yachtsman who founded a team that won the prestigious America's Cup in 2010, and by 2012 he bought 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lana'i. That year, it was estimated that his personal fortune was worth about $40 billion, making him the sixth richest person in the world and the third richest American after Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. In September 2014, Ellison stepped down as CEO of Oracle, but has remained involved with the company, serving as executive chairman and chief tech officer. Now, just an example, he owns 97% of the island. This is where it is in the chain of Hawaiian Islands. So yeah. See, Hawaii is an oceanographic chain of islands where it's a non-contiguous U.S. state. He owns 97% of this island, which is stupid. It's shameful. It really is. That he was pretty much to buy out his own island. It's like, really? Really? Yeah. The island of Lana'i owners Ellison, 98%. And the state of Hawaii, 2%. Think about that. But yeah, he owns his own, pretty much his own freaking island. There's like a small portion of it that belongs to Hawaii, but yeah, 2%. You're looking at this sliver over here, maybe something like that. But Oracle Corporation, yeah. Its products include Oracle Applications, Oracle Database, Oracle ERP, Oracle Cloud, Enterprise Manager, Fusion Middleware. And it is headquartered in Austin, Texas, even though it was co-founded in Santa Clara, California. But, now, let's get back to Ellison here. He's been married 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times. He's 80, and he's on wife number 6. Which shows me he's probably a very abrasive personality. Apparently, Nikita Khan stayed with him the longest. The rest of them, they couldn't last a decade. Quinn, 7 years. Kraft, 7 years. And the rest of them are like even shorter times. He's got 2 kids. Yeah, born August 17th, 1944. Yeah. 80 years of age. He'll be turning 81 in August this year. But yeah. He is the 4th wealthiest person in the world as of February 4th, 2025, which we've looked at these billionaire lists right here. He's had approximated values, depending on the list, 194 billion or 211 billion. He owned, like we've already discussed, 98% of Lana'i, which is the 6th largest island in the chain of Hawaiian islands. But yeah, born in 44 in New York City, which of course World War II was going on. His father was a U.S. Army Corps pilot, which I guess he died in the war. So his mother, raising him alone, after he contracted pneumonia at the age of 9 months, his mother's like, please, you take care of him, giving him to his aunt and uncle for adoption. He wouldn't meet his biological mother again until she was 48. Or he was 48, so yeah. So 1980s. Maybe early 90s, so yeah. He would live in Chicago with his aunt and uncle. So I guess his original name when he was first born was Spellman, Larry Spellman, because that was his mother's, I don't know if that was her maiden name or married name, because they don't say a whole lot about his father, but apparently he did take on his aunt and uncle's name, Ellison. Raised in a Reformed Jewish home. He went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, but didn't graduate, and attended the University of Chicago, but it was for only one term. He would then move to Berkeley, California, beginning his career as a computer programmer for different companies. So it's not like his life was really tough at all growing up. Pretty stable, easy childhood. Served as director of Apple Computer after Steve Jobs returned to the company in '97. He would resign in 2002. With Oracle, they would have a lot of dominance in the industry until Microsoft's SQL server shows up in the late 90s. And IBM's acquisition of the Informix software in 2001 to complement their DB2 database. As of 2013, Oracle's main competition for new database licenses on Unix, Linux, and Windows operating systems comes from IBM's DB2 and from Microsoft's SQL Server. So it's in the mix there as top 3. He would have to settle a 4-year-old insider trading lawsuit in 2005, offering to pay $100 million to a charity in Oracle's name. European Union would approve Oracle's acquisition of Sun Microsystems in January of 2010. That acquisition gave Oracle control of the MySQL open source database that Sun had acquired in 2008. In 2010, he ranked as the 6th richest person in the world according to Forbes' list of billionaires, and the 3rd richest American, with an estimated net worth of over $28 billion. Wall Street Journal reported that he was the highest paid executive in the last decade, collecting a total compensation of $1.84 billion US. 2012, again listed on Forbes' list of billionaires as the 3rd richest American citizen, behind only Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. The owner of Microsoft and the Oracle of Omaha. He would fall behind David Koch as the 8th richest person. He owns stakes in Salesforce.com, NetSuite, Quark Biotechnology Incorporated, and Astex Pharmaceuticals. In 2012, he would agree to buy 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lana'i from David Murdoch's company, Castle and Cook. Couldn't you just give it back to the Hawaiian island? Hawaii? No. It's like, let's sell it to someone else and make a profit off of it. November 2016, Oracle would buy NetSuite for $9.3 billion. Ellison already owned 35% of NetSuite at the time of the purchase, which made him even richer. 2018, he was worth $54.5 billion. He became a director on the board of Tesla after purchasing 3 million shares earlier in 2018. He would leave the Tesla board in August 2022. As of June 2020, He is said to be the seventh wealthiest person in the world with a net worth of $66.8 billion, June 2020. So, as of 2022, he now owns 42.9% of shares in the Oracle Corporation, and as of June 2023, 1.4% of the shares in Tesla. I hate philanthropy because it should be an automatic that the government takes care of the people. But, dumbasses like Elon Musk want to rip it apart, and the Republicans, don't forget them. They're gladly helping letting them do it. Aviation, he's a licensed pilot who owns several aircraft. Cited by the city of San Jose, California for violating the limits on late night takeoffs and landings from San Jose Mineta Airport by planes weighing more than 75,000 pounds, 34,019 kilos. In January 2000, he would sue over the interpretation of the airport rule, contending that his Gulfstream 5 aircraft is certified by the manufacturer to fly at two weights, 75,000 pounds and at 80,000 pounds for heavier loads for long flights requiring more fuel. Movie cameo, he appeared in Iron Man 2 apparently. In 2013, opened a restaurant in Malibu named Nikita, which he would close in December of 2014. So it is only open for a little over a year. 2017, he funded a farming company called Sensei Ag, which with a promise to use AI, robots, and software to make the way people pay around the world, remake the way people around the world eat. A Wall Street Journal report in February 2025 criticized the effort by saying that the whole endeavor was not keeping its promise due to some basic mistakes on choice of technology, leadership, and having access to the know-how. He purchases the Indian Wells Tennis Garden facility in 2009. And owns the Indian Wells Masters Tournament. He purchased 50% of BNP Paribas Open Tennis Tournament in 2010. He showed his share of the Rising Sun during the economic downturn in 2010. The Rising Sun was the 12th largest yacht in the world. The vessel was 453 feet or 138 meters long and reportedly weighed cost over $200 million to build. He downsized to the Musashi, a 288 foot or 88 meter yacht built by Fedship. He competes in yachting through Oracle Team USA, and he founded BMW Oracle Racing to compete for the 2003 Louis Vuitton Cup 2013, his Oracle team would defeat Emirates Team New Zealand to win the 34th America's Cup in San Francisco Bay, California. So yeah, he's in all these. He likes to be a part of these sports, but it's stuff like tennis, sailing, the very rich man's type of sports. Political involvement. He criticized the NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden, saying that Snowden had yet to identify a single person who had been wrongly injured by the NSA's data collection. 2012, he donated to both Democratic and Republican politicians, and in late 2014 hosted Rand Paul at a fundraiser at his home. One of the top donors to Conservative Solutions PAC, which is a PAC that supports Marco Rubio's 2016 presidential bid. 2022 donated $15 million to the Opportunity Matters Fund Super PAC, which was associated with Tim Scott. Let's see. January, he joined Sam Altman of OpenAI and Masayoshi Son of SoftBank at the White House to announce the Stargate project. Uh, 2019 contributed to funding of archaeological excavation project in East Jerusalem, receiving criticism from Palestinians as well as Israeli peace activists and some archaeologists. So he's more than likely a Zionist ass. 2019, $1 billion lawsuit filed against several Israel supporters, including Ellison. It accused Ellison and others conspiring to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from Israeli-occupied territories, committing war crimes, and funding genocide. Funny how that hasn't ceased since. And this, 2019, was during Trump's first term. So don't tell me it was only a Biden thing. Fuck off, cocksuckers. They're both guilty of the bullshit. Ellison reportedly lobbied Israeli mogul Arnon Milchan to drop his lawyers so that Netanyahu, implicated in one of his corruption cases, could hire him. He apparently offered Netanyahu a post at Oracle because, before the invasion, Netanyahu was going through all kinds of corruption issues. And he was having trouble forming governments. Genocide has kept him afloat. Now 1997, receives the Golden Plate Award from the American Academy of Achievement, conducted into the Bay Area Business Hall of Fame. The Lawrence J. Ellison Institute for Transformative Medicine of USC honored Ellison with the first Rebels with a Cause Award in recognition of his generous support throughout the years. It don't help that it's named after him. But, whatever. Yep, married 6 times. Longest lasting was Nikita Khan, a Ukrainian-American model and actress, so yeah. That's when he would open a restaurant named Nikita, which only lasted a little over a year. He apparently abstains from alcohol and drugs, saying, "I can't stand anything that clouds my mind." Owns several exotic cars, including an Audi R8 and a McLaren F1. His favorite is the Acura NSX, which he gave as gifts each year during its production. And also reportedly the owner of a Lexus LFA. Has a home in Woodside, California. 2004-2005 purchased 12 properties in Malibu, California. Five contiguous lots at Malibu's Carbon Beach. A home in Pacific Heights. The Beechwood Mansion in Newport, Rhode Island. The Porcupine Creek Estate and private golf course in Rancho Mirage, California. And of course, we've already talked about the fact that he owns almost a whole freaking island in the Hawaiian Islands chain. He also owns a 22-acre property in Manalapan, Florida. So yeah, the guy is high-end money. Yeah. It wasn't like he had to fight to come up. Yes, it's sad that he had to be raised by his aunt and uncle because his mother was alone raising him, but still, it didn't seem to hurt him because he wasn't even one when he was adopted into the home with his aunt and uncle. So yeah, it's one of these. Didn't really have a hard upbringing at all. Didn't have to struggle. like many Americans have to. Again, showing most of our billionaires are just not great people. I kind of hold them in the same regard as a Zuckerberg. I mean, it wasn't like he was hugely rich, but he didn't have to struggle necessarily either. So yeah. But of course, now he's one of the richest people in the world. Is that deserved? That's very questionable. It still annoys me that there's such greedy monsters out there when people are struggling day to day. But we have monsters like this just, oh, well, I'll take another billion, yes. But I think we'll go ahead and end this episode there. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my sources and links in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.